Welcome to the VIP section.
J baby y'all. 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 J baby y'all.
The vibes. Make sure you go like and subscribe to the channel if you like what's going on, if you like all the hip-hop and the sports news, and you like everything that Shay Baby's bringing to the table. Make sure you like and subscribe. You already know the vibes. Yes, sir. We are lit. We are lit. Monday morning is up. You already know the vibes. Shout out to everybody. Hope you're having a good week already so far. Yeezy Lover, what's goody? I saw Mark Keith in the building too. Yes, sir. K. Dennis, what it is.
Yeah. What it is, baby. Kiss. Shout out to Shay Baby TV, the hottest shit on the internet. Giving flowers, showing love, no hate, no sucky shit.
That's a fact. We are back Monday morning. Shout out to everybody. A lot of shit went down on the weekend. You know these dudes, man. I don't know, man. What's up with these guys, man? They just don't stop, man. Yeah. That's a fact. We right to it early. We just came off Freaky Friday. I don't know. YouTube is back today. BS, not letting people in the live, but we rocking, man. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody pulling up, too. Drop a comment. I will shout you out.
Yeah, baby.
That is a fact. I was outside this weekend with my man in the reels.
Crazy in the hole, right? And I gave up on life. I gave up, right? That's why I said God protects fools and babies.
Right. Wait, hold on. You said you was in the, and you talk about the
South Pole box.
In the hole, the
South Pole box.
For 3 years?
South Pole box, yeah.
Your mind.
I cut somebody, caught a new charge.
No, but your mind.
I cut somebody, caught a new charge. The police officer smacked me, right? Violated me, taking me to the box. So I splashed them. That means throwing piss on them.
That's
right?
crazy.
You know when you cut the toothpaste top off, you pee in it, you roll up, put it on your door. CO! When they come, you step on it, shit hit them all in the face and all that. Piss hit them all in the mouth and all that.
That's crazy.
And then they come and they wash you up and then they give you new charges because you fighting back, right? So I'm getting more tickets when I'm in the box. You know what I mean? So I'm in the box for a long time. And then now I'm in the box. Inside the box, they closed Southport box because it was killing people, right? So I get put on the loaf, and I'm on the loaf. I'm in the hole. I'm in the hole inside the hole, right? And I'm losing my mind, right? And I'm trying my best to hold on to my sanity. The only thing that's allowing me to hold on to my sanity is anger, rage, and aggression.
That's a fact. Y'all can go see that whole interview. That's with my man, the smart guy. Y'all can't lie. He talks real talk, man. He talk real conscious talk. Make you really open your eyes and see. A lot of the stuff is a lot of crazy, but he's right. That dude talks crazy, but he's right, man. I'm not gonna hold you. You know, he talks a lot of talk, make you open your eyes and see. But, you know, see me, the difference is, you know, with me is that, you know, I grew up on, you know, I kind of say we grew up on two different sides. So, you know, we see two different angles, but he's right.
Shit, baby.
But he's right. You know what I mean? 100%. Smart guy is that dude. Shout out to the smart guy. That's a fact. That interview is out there. All right, so let's just go through a little bit of things that's floating around on the, you know, on the page. We're gonna definitely talk about Shadour Sanders today.
You know what I'm saying? Let's start a new motherfucking competition league, man, and make it cool. Who else?
Joseph,
but
what's
best,
goody?
But how the
Facebook
ain't no
over
black
there
owners
rocking.
in that bitch?
Yeah,
Once you got
baby.
no black owners in the NFL and 80% of the NFL is black, it's a problem. This ain't DEI. So of course they can get together and do shit like this. And until this mixed up was enough black owners, 80% and wild white, that don't add up. And I've been telling y'all this for years. So at the end of the day, as black people, we gotta go back to history and remember when we had our own shit. And we gotta move from that seed and grow, make our shit cool. The reason why we watch this shit is because we make it so cool. If they want to play them games, let that motherfucker be all white then. Let them people have that boring ass game and let us do our own NFL. You know what I'm saying? Well, motherfucking the cool rappers performing for halftime, people dressing how they want. Same rules. It ain't no chaos shit where you can do anything you want to do. But now, some shit that we make cool. But now, the longer you let motherfuckers own you, the longer they gonna make you feel like you know what I'm saying?
All right, so we're going to get into that too later on. I kind of feel him, though. It's like, all right, yeah, think about it. He's saying there's no black owners in the NFL. Who's the best players in the NFL? He's right. Remember back in the day, the baseball league, the Negro baseball league, they shut that shit down quick because they started seeing all the goats was going in there. That shit would have blew up fast. Imagine 2025, the Negro baseball league. You know, you got all, like, that shit would have been huge right now. Pause.
Yeah, shit, baby.
That's why I said I feel them, man. You know, at some point, they got to let us in. You know, Rick Ross said he's potentially thinking about owning a football team. He wants to get down with it. They not letting his black behind in there.
Yeah, shit, baby.
There's no way. If you just heard what Slim Thug said, he said they have no black owners. So what makes you think they're going to let Rick Ross out of all niggas in the game?
Yeah, shit, baby.
Come on, Rouse. Come on, Rouse. That's nasty. You know they not letting you in, fam. Let's keep it real. See, look, this is what he said.
Team, I'm sitting back, I'm asking myself what's going on. Of course, I was a huge fan of Shedeur, still is, forever will be. Huge fan of Coach Prime. Energy, positive, drive. What are we afraid of here, NFL? I just want to know, me possibly being a small percentage owner in the future, what's going on here? What's going on? Like, just, y'all DM me what y'all think going on. Is there fear of social currency, power? Is it, do they feel the connection from college to the NFL and the possible influence? Me being a business owner, I'm looking at it from both sides. As if I was an owner, what would an owner fear? Would it be the possible influence of Coach Prime being the greatest coach in college, then possibly being the agent and father of possibly maybe one day the greatest quarterback in the NFL? What is it? I just want to know, and I'm looking at it from different.
All right, so, hold on. Shout out to Joe Calhoun. He says over there on Facebook. I couldn't say it before because the video was playing. Shout out to him. Facebook is definitely rocking. I love them. 100%. The people over there are different, man, than Instagram. I don't know. Instagram is like groupies. Facebook is like real people over there.
Shit, baby.
Yeah. And they paying better too. They checks nice. They checks it nice.
Shea baby.
That's a factory. All right, so, oh yeah, shout out to my jeweler Soli. He said he appreciates all the hard work I've been doing. But he said, Shay, you never talk about me and my jewelry store. Why? Do I gotta give you a chain? I said, nah, you family. He said, well, I want to give you one anyway. So he got the SBTV chain coming. That'll be out, he said June 1st. I should be able to get it. So we're going to do a commercial. Y'all will see it the same way like we have the Zog Grabber commercial. But now we're going to have the jewelry on and give him some good promo. So if you're looking to get some jewelry out there and get some custom pieces made, get it rocking, Soli Jewelry. You already know.
Shea baby.
Soli.com. That's a fact.
Shea baby.
Shout out to Soul. All right, let's get into it, man. I see the people coming in. Pause. Let's start rocking. Let's get right into the smoke. All right, so today we got some Shadour Sanders. We got some Diddy. And we have some Mr. Sheldon. What's goody?
Shea baby.
We got some Diddy. We got some Shadour Sanders. And we got some Shannon Sharpe, of course. I say let's get into the Diddy first, man. You know, the Diddy case is coming up. We're coming up into May. You know, it's gonna be crazy this winter, man. I mean this summer. You know, because if Diddy get out, he definitely gonna be going crazy. And, you know, right now he's going through the court cases. So you know what that means? Media like us, we are rocking. Let's roll Diddy out. Let's roll Diddy out. Let's see what happens, y'all. Know this month is gonna be nasty. All right, let's start off with your man. You already know. Terrence Howard, like I said, me and him was smoking blunts in the trailer. 2007. I sense no zestiness for this man. I sense real nigga. Real talk.
Shea baby.
Yeah, Mr. Sheldon. You see them generic drums? Them shit's hitting that boom bap. That's a fact.
They finally like, I'm gonna put it into music. I'm gonna do it in the music. I'm gonna, and get myself together. And they go and see someone, and they tell them, okay, yeah, you can have a deal. You know, perform fellatio on me, and you get your deal. That was what I heard while I was on Empire about some of the people in the business. And Petey Pablo, you remember Petey Pablo?
I know who that is.
Petey Pablo, talented writer, singer. Him and Young Buck wrote a song called Ho Is On. And in that song, back in about 2011 or 29 or something, because he called out all of the homosexuality taking place at those parties and those people, he was kicked out of the music business. No radio station would play his stuff. So you look for Petey Pablo, he's not around anymore. But that song, Ho It's On, they did not care. I mean, they went all in on it. So, but I'm hearing rumors that Marvin was gay. And I'm like, was he gay? And Quincy's like, yes.
Oh.
He went around it with everything, and I was like, no. And
Okay, so I got the full interview for that. Let's play that because he get crazy on there. Here go the full interview.
Funny, my friend said to me, rappers, they're all so tough until you hear their real name.
yeah, well, until you see him at a puffy party.
Oh.
Then they're not tough no more. I'm surprised that the rap game is still alive because the masculinity that the rappers are supposed to portray.
What is it with all the man-on-man action that I'm learning about? I mean, like with the puffy parties, like the last thing I ever thought that went on there was gay stuff. Not that gay stuff was wrong, it's wonderful. I just did not think that's what Puffy was doing.
Yeah, well, I didn't think it either. And even when my assistant said that stuff, I still was like joking it off. And it wasn't until later on that I heard other things from people that worked from him. You know, you remember that back in the times of slavery, they had a thing called breaking the buck, where they would take, not to go in a bad place, but this is how I see what's happening, the parallels with what's happening, correlates what's happening in the business. If they, back in the times of slavery, if they had like some 12-year-old slave that was just full of himself and confident and, you know, wasn't listening, they would tie him to a log or a barrel, and a bunch of the overseers would rape him, to where when he walked around with the slaves now, he didn't have the confidence.
Sure.
He was broken, and it was called breaking the buck.
Wow.
And that's still taking place. And so to hear that people in the industry are still making young rappers who have fought the worst of circumstances, being disenfranchised, being discounted, and then they finally like, I'm gonna put it into the music. I'm gonna do it in the music. I'm gonna, and get myself together. And they go and see someone, and they tell them, okay, yeah, you can have a deal. You know, perform fellatio on me, and you get your deal. That was what I heard while I was on Empire about some of the people in the business. And Petey Pablo, you remember Petey Pablo?
I know who that is.
Petey Pablo, talented writer, singer. Him and Young Buck wrote a song called Ho Is On. And in that song, back in about 2011 or 29 or something, because he called out all of the homosexuality taking place at those parties and those people, he was kicked out of the music business. No radio station would play his stuff. So you look for Petey Pablo, he's not around anymore. But that song, Ho It's On, they did not care. They went all in on it. So, but I'm hearing rumors that Marvin was gay. And I'm like, was he gay? And Quincy's like, yes.
Oh.
He went around it with everything, and I was like, no. And I'm like, I could not.
I just feel like there's gay for real, and then there's a point where guys get so much pussy, they're just like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah, well, it would have been that, but they would have wanted to do that, and I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Well, you mean you couldn't kiss a guy on screen in a movie?
No.
Not even,
No, because I don't fake it. I literally, it has to.
I couldn't kiss a man either. That's true. And that
would fuck me. I would cut my lips off.
Yeah, no.
I would. If I kiss some man, I would cut my lips off.
Well, I would not do that. But it does not make me homophobic to not want to kiss a man. Just like lots of gay men are like pussy, yuck. You know, I mean, that's okay. We all have our own, no one wants to tell you how to.
Do what you love to do, but don't do it at me. Don't aim it at me. And I can't play that character.
Right.
100%. I can't surrender myself to a place that I don't understand.
Yeah.
And so that's the end part of that story of what I had to
I can understand.
go.
I can understand it. I'm just not of it. I mean, I could certainly understand men attracted to men. I mean, homosexuality is in nature. Animals. There are many, many, many animals.
Yeah, the bonobo monkeys. They practice it.
Practice it.
They do.
God is against men sleeping with men, and the Bible clearly says it. A male shall not sleep with a male as with a woman. You devil worshippers like Diddy, that's what you do, destroying a young man who is straight and turning him gay. That's not nature. That's destroying somebody's mind forever and raping them. I made it with God, never had sex, and kept my innocence like Jesus. Even though I got Hollywood star Christina Milian want to sleep with me.
Fight for profit muscle.
Sexual drugs, no love, no more. Roger. Healthy
King Goods.
Subscribe to the Pro channel.
I got you. This nigga say he had Diddy, Christina Milian want to sleep with him. That's crazy. Yeah. Charles was goody. All right, so we got some more Diddy smoke, definitely. Diddy, I don't know. Terrence Howard done turned on him, man. This is the second interview that he went and he just went left on him. Terrence Howard was goody. My man Charles said, what up? Get that money. Mark Keep was goody. Mark Keep is a baddie. And so is Baby Love. They just little babies. She said, I'm 22. I would never. Yo, look. Baby Love, that's how you're talking. In LA, these 22s is all around them. 100%. And look what just happened with your man Shannon Sharpe. The girl was 22 too, Baby Love. They 22 too, Baby Love. Come on. Let's keep it real. It's nasty out there. All right, so here goes a little bit of this news that they got going on too.
Let's start with you. What happened, or what has happened in court today?
It was a pretty big day in court, Connell. We actually learned that Diddy was offered a plea deal in this case, which he rejected. Not really a surprise that when one was put on the table, he said no. He has vehemently maintained his innocence this entire time. I could not see a world where he would accept any kind of plea deal. So we heard that today. The other big takeaway from court, and we are in crunch time now, just less than 2 weeks before this is going to start and go to trial. The now infamous video of Diddy and Cassie in that hotel room where he is seen allegedly attacking her will be played in court for jurors. Now, the original video, the original surveillance doesn't exist anymore.
Free Diddy!
So we have a copy that obtained by CNN, yes.
Shout out to
And
Michael in the building. He said free Diddy.
Video. So you're going to have the person who took the video testifying in court and independent people there that are going to authenticate it. But the jury is going to see that. The other types of evidence that they're going to see is going to be video of these alleged freak-offs, these sex parties that Diddy had. And this is going to be an important thing about jury selection. One of the things that the defense wants to ask prospective jurors about is whether or not they are comfortable viewing this kind of content.
Andy Barber, good looks, my boy.
They don't want a prudish jury who off the bat is going to see this type of behavior, which they have always maintained was absolutely consensual on both sides, to look at that as reprehensible on their way in there. So those were the two really big takeaways today in court. Diddy was in that courthouse for, a little while. It wasn't a very long hearing. This is one of our last pre-trial hearings before jury selection begins.
All right, interesting. We're going to talk about all of that in a minute. Anything on his demeanor, or anything on, from that we picked up from Diddy today?
Yeah, it was different than usual. He got into the courtroom with his pad of paper and his pen, really intently ready to just take notes. And he looked back into the gallery where he usually sees a row of family members and friends, supporters of his. But when he turned around and looked in the gallery, none of his children were there today, and he visibly looked upset. Now, about 10 minutes into the hearing, his son Justin did come in and sit in the gallery. Diddy turned a second time, looked directly at him, kind of nodded, and acknowledged that his son was in the courtroom today. But you could really tell that it impacted him when he turned back and did not see any kind of friendly face, Connell.
All right, Caitlin Becker for us. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone.
All right. So, as you can see, Diddy went into the court, right? He's not happy. He got his pen in his pad today. Today, Diddy was on some shit. He's like, yo, listen, what's up? Yeah. Don't bail. The guy nasty work. Enough is enough. We counting the days, 271 days, man. This is going on close to a year. P. Diddy locked up, wearing the same drawers, nasty socks. This nigga's used to wearing silk ankle socks with the Balenciaga flip-flops. Yeah. Toes all out. It's nasty for him. What Michael's saying? Diddy will be free. Yo, Mike, I agree. Diddy won't be convicted. He's innocent till proven guilty, 100%. But the only thing is with Diddy is that, I don't know, I kind of feel like somebody's got to lose. Too many people been getting off and winning. Yeah. So I'm going to tell y'all now, Dirk and Diddy are not winning. One of them is catching the L. That's a fact. Yeah. Oh, shout out to my man at Nike Connect. sneaker store in Harlem showed me love, gave me these cracks. That's why we ain't got the hat too. These is mean. These is mean. The purple, fire. Shout out to Nike Connect. Word. That's I love media. They be hooking us up, man. They be hooking us up, B. I ain't gonna lie. Word. So yeah, Diddy, they say he's gonna get off. It's a good chance. I mean, they're gonna make him sit as long as they can, though. I mean, they're gonna stretch this case out maybe 2 years, year and a half. He's not coming home. He definitely not gonna be fiesta this summer. He definitely won't have no Coco Losos this summer. 100%. That I can guarantee. That case will not be over before the summer. That's a fact. The industry doesn't want you. They will bury you. Free Dirk, R. Kelly, Diddy. That's a fact. The industry will bury you. But see, the difference between me and them, Michael, is this is why when you create your own platform, you know, the only thing they can do is bury you. Because, you know, they can't stop you. You know, you got the people, they make they, hey, Patricia. Yeah, baby. Pat in the building. Let's roll her sexy behind out. Let's roll her sexy behind out. Hey, Patricia, what's good, boo? Shea baby. You know, we gotta talk to you. We gotta talk to you, Patricia. You live in Ohio. You got the Sanders pulling up in town. You got Shadour Sanders and Dion and family in town. Yeah. Y'all about to be lit. That's a fact. You know, the prices of the party go up now. Yeah. Y'all got a nigga in town to host these parties. Cause you know he ain't getting no burn. They hating on that kid, B. I don't know what it is. Shea baby. They hating on him. But yeah, man, Diddy. We gonna get back to that. But Diddy, you know, at this point, I feel like Diddy's, you know, gotta just hope that his lawyers got enough smoke and enough ammo to, you know, to reduce or cut down or even try to even get him out. Because I'm gonna tell you, like Michael said, I think he will be home. It's just when. It's just when. Shea baby. It's just when. They hate him because he's successful, confident, strong black man. Yo, Michael, when we find out you work in the bad boy offices, man, you know, Shedeur might get cut. Ike Martin, what's good? Shea baby. You say he might get cut? They made his dad have all the smoke. That's a fact, Patricia. They hated on Shedeur, man. But he's in your hood, though, Patricia. So you're gonna have to let us know what's going on. We're gonna ask you a lot. Michael, I'm talking about Shedeur. What about Shedeur? They hate him because he's successful. Okay. He said they talking about Shedeur. All right, Michael, my man. So, hold on, Michael, for a second. Let's go back to this for a second, Michael. I'm glad Michael's interacting. We talking. Shedeur ain't getting no playing time. Laugh out loud. They got 5 quarterbacks over there. Shout out to Book the Illest. That's goody, my boy. Yeah, shit, baby. Word. Don Cooper, they shitted on him. The Browns. Ronnie Pinkett. That's a fact. It's lit in here this morning. Yeah. Shout out to my man Ronnie. Nah, they watch Watson get hurt again. Flock overtired. Gabriel trash. Charles thinks Shedeur got a chance to slip in there. Pause. 4 quarterbacks in the room is nasty. Shea baby. That's why you know they hated on him. They knew he had to go to the league. They throw the nigga on the Browns with 5 quarterbacks? Nasty. Threw the nigga on the Browns with 5 quarterbacks. Yeah. What up, though? JC, what's goody? Tootie, my nigga. Shea baby. Tootie, what's goody? Yeah. Yeah, but Hold on for a second. He gonna be just fine in Ohio, but is the best out of 5. He just needed the door. Okay, I like that. See, okay, so you see what it is, y'all. The black women in Ohio, they want to sell tickets. They better push the door. They better push the door. Look, let me tell you, just like Bronny. Now, Bronny right now, we looking at the playoffs. The Lakers are down 3-1. We know that. Lakers could go home. I knew the Lakers was trash anyway. Where you at, Fox? Because Luka don't play no defense, fam. They up 7, 8 points with like 5 minutes left in the fourth. Them niggas should have won that game. And I wish I could show you my ticket. I lost by the Lakers just winning. I had to cash out, man. I had to cash out. I cashed out with like 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go when the Lakers was down 1 and they had the ball. I knew they was going to turn it over. Niggas turned it over. I felt it. Shout out to Austin Reeves, too, because I needed him to get 15 points. He had 0 at halftime. He dropped 19 in the fourth. I ain't gonna lie. He did it for me. He got me some type of bread. I had to cash out. He got me some type of bread, though. All right, back to Shedeur. We in Ohio. Shout out to Patricia. She gonna have to cook me a plate. I might have to come to one of them games out there. I'm welcome, Patricia. I'm welcome, our family. I can come to the house and get a plate. I might have to go see Shedeur play. Yeah, Patricia, you can make me some barbecue ribs. She said, sure will. All right, with you, Patricia. What you gonna cook for me, Patricia? But I get some what? Mac and cheese, some ribs. You'll kill me with the pork? Why not, right? Keep me out there in Ohio. Put the pork in my ribs. Keep me in Ohio. Whatever you like. Okay. Well, shit. I want a steak, some shrimps, some oxtails, all of that. If I'm coming to town, you're gonna keep your ass in the kitchen for at least 6 hours for your baby. That's a fact. I definitely pull up to see your man Shedeur play, and I get to go see a game. Y'all bring my man Don Cooper with me, man. That'll be love, Patricia. 100%. But anyway, let's get back to the smoke. Shedeur. If they put him on and they give him confidence, this is what I was saying before. Bronny, we know he can't help the Lakers right now, right? But I do say, his father's been in the playoffs every time his whole career since he's been in the league, I think. I think maybe he doesn't make the playoffs his rookie year, I think maybe, or he does. I'm not sure with the Cavs. I'm not sure. But I know he's been there for over 20 years in the playoffs, LeBron. He's been there every time. He has the most playoff. No one will ever break LeBron James playoff game runs. He beat Jordan by far. Like, he has the most games in the playoff. We know this. So, the reason I'm saying that, no different than Shedeur. I don't know if Shadour's born yet, though. Maybe. I'm not sure. Because his father, he might be, because he's probably 24, 23. Father's probably playing football 20 years ago, maybe. What's 20 years ago? 20 years ago is 2005. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. What year does Deion Sanders retire? Okay, Shadour Sanders is alive. All right, so he retires in 2005, Deion. So what I mean is the playoff, the whole, it's like Cayenne Anthony. It's in their blood. They're around it from day one. Look at Kobe. His father's not a Michael Jordan in the league. He plays overseas, but he has Kobe with him overseas. Kobe's been around the game since day one. You know, just like myself. You know, y'all don't know this, but I play college basketball. This is real. I'm not gonna get into it so y'all niggas can Google what school I go to and all this and check my stats out, because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't get outside like that because it was different when you got to that level. But I'm going to tell you, it was in my blood. My father plays in the ABA. My father plays Division I basketball. My cousins play D1. My other cousin plays D1. My whole family plays D1 basketball. I'm around it. I didn't even love the game like that, and I just picked it up, and I could shoot threes and dribble the basketball. Yeah. I'm from New York City. Are you crazy? What nigga you know from New York don't got a handle in the jump shot?
Shit, baby.
And that's a fact. Yeah. 100%. So, yeah, so like I said, when we go back, yo, you could call in, my dude. The number's there. Call in.
Yeah, shit, baby.
The number's there. So, yeah, Shadour Sanders. For him, if they give him a shot, I'm like, what the hell do the Browns got to lose? It's the goddamn Browns. That's what I'm saying. Give him a shot. It's real. Bugs the illest, you know the vibes. Yeah. Yeah, so Shedeur, man, they got to give him a shot. They got to. All right, so I got some smoke right here on Shedeur. I think this is it right here.
So YouTube family, Shadour Sanders finally responds to all the backlash, to all the coerced collusion going on in the NFL draft, and it was a breath of fresh air. I'm gonna let you guys listen to Shedeur because it's an exceptional, how you properly said, it's exceptional to see a man, a young man, not make woe is me, not bring excuses, and stand full throttle in the face of your Mayo degenerates, your knee grumps degenerates, just pretty much a collective of people who can't stand to see a young man win for their own insecurities. Before we show you that video, you already know what I gotta do. Heart been broken so many times, I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Heart been broke so many times, I don't want to believe.
Greg, what's good, cuz?
It's my fault, I wear my heart on my sleeve.
I get bad dreams. So that's how I know, like, the devil was trying to work on me. So then, the first night, I have horrible dreams, bad dreams. I wake up hard for me to go back to sleep, and I'm like, why all of a sudden I'm having a bad dream 2 days before pro day? Like, why? Out of all days, why now? You feel me? So that's like kind of how I understand, and even with dad, and anytime greatness and all that stuff is about to happen and all that stuff, then you see the devil try to like play his games, and try to distract your mind, get you off, throw you different curveballs in life and all this different type of stuff. So night before pro day, same thing, get another bad dream. But I was prepared because I just went through it the night before. Then I'm just thinking like, why? It just don't make sense. Like, how am I continuously getting bad dreams back to back? And life been the same every day. And one of the most important days of my life. Isn't that wild, bro?
It is.
I had no control, bro.
Yeah, like, you want to tell us what happened? You remember?
Yeah, all right, so I think the one before, pro day was I was dropping back and it just felt like the ground was like marble and I got on cleats, so like I'm slipping, fall, you know what I mean? Like doing my drop back, slipping and all that. Then like we just take a break, kind of like how we took a break and we walked down to the other end for like red zone or anything. It was like similar to that. We took a break. We walked down, then it was just like two people walked towards me like super, super, super fast. And like I couldn't like say nothing, I couldn't run, I couldn't do anything, you feel me? And they just attacked me. So like, when next day I get on the field, I grip that turf a little bit hard.
Yeah.
I make sure I got a good grip on it because the night before my dreams was just so. It felt so real. It felt so real. I prayed. I prayed through those times, and I understood what was happening because that would always happen to Dad. Soon as something big's about happening, boom, that's when he had the blood clots and stuff, and that's when he got his toes taken and all that type of stuff. Like, as soon as something big about to happen, then some off happens.
That's kind of facts, though.
That's just how it been. Like, that's just how the trajectory of everything been. In most instances, when you're about to do something to change the world, almost, and change perspectives, have an influence on the world, and that's why I know my purpose is bigger than just me, and it's bigger than just my thoughts. It's just I'm just in position to be able to, and the family's in position to be able to change some things. We finally get home and get settled.
Blessings to the two legendary podcasts of Shadour Sanders and Darius Sanders. No relations. If you know, you know. But listen to me, Shedeur. Those dreams you're having are premonitions. You're a blessed, lucky man to have them. Most people in their lives, they have dreams, but they never had premonitions. They never felt that calling. They never felt that spirit. I'm not even this, Christian like whatever, but I'm a most high fearing man, God fearing man. I believe in the scripture. And if I am living wrong, well, sometimes I am living unrighteously. I believe I will be punished. And I'm honest enough to say that. You are blessed.
All right, so this is the facts. It ain't no blessing. It ain't no he felt the ground moving. This shit was straight hate. This shit was straight hate, my dudes. Nothing else. Straight hate. They did not want that dude. They was hating on him. Now, did you see his how he's moving? Yeah. Did you guys even get to see how he's moving? Let me show you. Let me show you how he's moving. This is hate. This is before the NFL money. This is why they're hating on him. This is real, y'all. Y'all need to know these things, man. This is real. Check it out.
Draft Day edition. With the legendary shorts on. That's it. Yesterday, full leather custom suit. With the diamonds on the suit. And of course, y'all see.
Right. Let's humble the father a little bit. Let's humble the father a little bit. Because they was gassed. They was feeling themselves, man. They was doing it, getting all the commercials. I just think the NFL saw that regardless of all the hype and all the fame, where was the wins? Where was the national championship run? Yeah. Where was the big time plays in the big? That part right there, that's why I played that. That's what separated him from going first round, y'all. And this is the fact. They hating on him. They jealous that these niggas got all this money from NIL. Before coming into the NFL, that boy's up $20 million. He's up. You saw the crib? Look. Let me go back to it. You see the crib?
Draft Day edition.
Got their own sneakers? Got their own crack sneakers? Come on, man. They hating on them dudes, man. They hating on them dudes. That's just bottom line. When you got the bag, you winning. They don't want to see them win no more. This is Dion. Y'all got to remember. This is the same nigga that was doing them dances. Remember the like he get an interception and he do like the dances and all of that. Deion was the first one doing all of this, man. Remember Deion with the hanging earring? Remember Deion catching interceptions, running backwards? Remember that? They hated Deion doing all that. I ain't gonna lie, Deion's the man, B. Deion was exciting coming up as a kid watching him. I didn't want to watch no football unless I was watching them exciting niggas, man. I'm gonna tell y'all my exciting dudes that I had to watch, man, coming up. This is who I like watching, man, back in the days. And let me know, get in them comments if I'm right, man. We got to throw Deion Sanders in the conversation 100% just because he's the culture. You know, he had the mohawk, he had the songs with the rap songs with people. Come on, man, Deion Sanders is definitely in the culture top 5. So we're gonna go with Deion. I gotta run with my man Barry Sanders, B. Barry Sanders was doing them spin moves. He was doing crazy moves back in the 90s, Barry Sanders. And he ain't had no team. You just give him the ball and watch him catch wreck. Barry Sanders is one of them. Then, I'm going to run with my man Michael Vick, B. Michael Vick was running around crazy. Michael Vick, yeah. Andre Rison and Deion with the Falcons. Definitely. 100%. Shout out to Ricks. What's good, my boy? And I got to put my man Randall Cunningham in there. Randall Cunningham is definitely the culture. Now, this is the mid-'80s, late '80s. This might be too old for you YNs. But Randall Cunningham was the first Michael Vick. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, he's better than Michael Vick. This is the first nigga I know will run the ball, quarterback, jumping over the secondary. I see Cunningham jumping over the secondary. Warren Moon, too, is one of them. That's a fact. But yo, Cunningham, that's a good conversation for these reels on Instagram and for YouTube. We're going to let them people talk about it. I need to know, who y'all taking? Y'all taking GOAT classic Randall Cunningham, or you taking my man, what's his name? Randall Cunningham versus your man that used to play with the Falcons. What's his name again? I forget his name. Nah, not Moon. Not Moon. I think Philly drafted. Yes, Michael Vick versus Randall Cunningham. Who would you take, man? Michael Vick or Randall Cunningham? I can't lie, both of them are GOAT. Both of them are nice. But all y'all saying Vick? Y'all must not have seen Randall Cunningham play then, my dudes. Y'all must not have seen Randall Cunningham play. Now, this is when he's playing against when the NFL, you could take heads off. You can headhunt. You can hit the quarterback when he's playing. Man, let's get into some Randall Cunningham highlights real quick, man. Let me show y'all what the vibes is real fast, man. Y'all bugging right now. Hold on. Michael Vick is a killer, though. Let me see. Randall Cunningham highlights. Okay, came right up. Let's get into him.
And a great job by Randall Cunningham. You don't teach that. Right there. Randall Cunningham is a ready for prime time player.
Randall puts that one up there beautifully. I think in today's game, it would have been amazing. I don't know if he could have stopped this guy.
Randall Cunningham can throw the ball as far as Randy Moss can run. Throws it deep downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! That's something a quarterback like Cunningham can do. He just makes something happen.
And the nigga was a punter.
Strike up the band. We have our first quarterback. So
that's why he's better than Vic. The nigga was the punter too. Look, the nigga was the punter. How you gonna be the punter too? How you gonna compare this nigga to Vic?
I think in today's game, it would have been amazing. I don't know if he could have stopped this guy.
Randall Cunningham can throw the ball as far as Randy Moss can run. Throws it deep downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! That's something a quarterback like Cunningham can do. He just makes something happen.
And the punter. Nigga was the punter too, fam. I ain't gonna lie, Randall Cunningham's better than Vic by far. You can't even compare them. He's definitely better than him. Yeah, baby. Whenever you see, this is for you YNs out there. Let's talk football for a second. Whenever you see a guy on the field and their face mask only have 2 or 3 lines like this, not all them shits protecting their eyes, those were the killer errors. Niggas' eyes was getting poked out. I used to see people losing teeth in the NFL. Niggas breaking necks. Stretches out there. That was the real NFL. Yeah. Helmets coming off. Are you serious? Shit, baby. Bro, now you can't even touch the quarterback. I remember back then they throw the ball, quarterback necks was coming off. Niggas was trying to kill the quarterback. Yeah. Why do you think it's called? You think you YNs invented that game? Kill the carrier? Back then in the 80s and the 70s, it was straight, you try to hurt somebody. When I played Pop Warner, you know what our coaches told us? We are here to hurt people. Shea baby. Yeah. Shout out to Eastchester Blue Devils. But they told us we are here to hurt people. So I've been taught from day one, I'm here to hurt, lay it down, pause, lay the smack down, put the helmet in his chest, get him out of there. Baby. Now, it's like they want you to tackle with your head up, face mask in the stomach, you can't head hunt. Back then, niggas was coming, head down, boom, straight up action. Yeah, baby. Straight up action. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I can't compare Michael Vick to a Randall Cunningham. That's like saying, yeah, Kobe and LeBron's better than Jordan. Stop this. The defense was nasty back then. Oh, yeah. Me and my man had a conversation. Shout out to In the Moment, too. We talked about this weekend. I didn't get a chance to record it because I wanted to put it in the reels because he was talking some good smoke. But realistically, I asked him, I said, who would you take? Magic Johnson or LeBron James? That's a tough one. You know, I like LeBron. I think LeBron is 40 right now. LeBron looks like he could do more for my program. He gonna give me 20 years. But like he said, Magic only plays in the NBA for 12 years and gets 6 rings. Yeah, baby. How you in the league for 20 years like LeBron and only got 4? You can't be better than Jordan and Magic and these niggas. Yeah. LeBron not even close. That's what I'm saying. LeBron can't fuck with no Magic Johnson. You know, he said Magic Johnson come through with the no-look passes. He was right. Back in the days, back in the 80s and the 90s when I'm coming up, he's not lying. You're not watching all them other niggas. Larry Bird, even though I'm a Celtics fan, I used to watch Bird and them. I love him. Love Bird. Love everything. Bird used to throw no looks too. But if you from the streets, you from the hood, you watching it from a hood point of view, you watching Magic Johnson. Yeah, baby. You watching Magic Johnson. And that's a fact. I agree with him. Shout out to In the Moment. Give me Magic Johnson before LeBron James any day. Now, LeBron might have a better jump shot. I give him that. But if we gonna run the show, run the team, build it around him, and say we gonna try to get some rings, give me Magic. 6 rings is a lot. 6 rings is a lot. Yeah, shake baby. LeBron faced tougher competition. How you gonna say LeBron faced tougher competition, Michael? Are you serious? Okay, let's talk the Magic era. We got them pistons. Pistons, them bad boys over there in Detroit. They no joke. They stop LeBron anytime you want to. LeBron cannot beat the Pistons bad boy in 7. He cries too much. Now you gotta remember, the bad boys got Dennis Rodman this year and Bill Lambert. Is the Rockies winning today? I don't know, my boy. I just got the hat to go with the sneakers. I don't know. I don't like them too much. The Rockies is trash. How am I tweaking, fam? You think LeBron could beat the Pistons in 7? Michael? Are you crazy? We talking Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, the microwave, Bill Lambert? You want to go to the bench? Want to bring Mahorn off the bench? There's not one team LeBron been on. You bring the Heat. I guarantee you, the Pistons sweep the Heat. Now you got to remember, the Pistons also that year got a young Rasheed Wallace. A young Rasheed Wallace. Shout out to Mook. What's goody? Colorado Rockies the best, my boy. You know, they had his fire. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, he can't beat the Pistons, bro. LeBron can't beat the Pistons. That's a fact. I'm almost guaranteeing it. The best team LeBron probably been on is either the Kyrie team or the Heat team. Okay, let's talk about the mismatch. Let's talk about the matchups now. Right? Y'all sitting here, y'all like, who's gonna guard LeBron? Who's gonna guard LeBron? They got a whole team full of niggas that could guard LeBron. Are you serious? The microwave, you gotta remember, he's 6-man defensive winner of the year. And Rodman is second team. Lambert is first team. That's what I'm saying, Mike. Paul know his sports. The 80s and the 90s Pistons will have LeBron crying. Way too physical for him, man. All right, y'all, we got a call. Let's see what's going on. SBTV Radio, Shay speaking. Who this? Yo?
Yo.
What's good, my boy?
Here? Shit, chillin'. It's done.
That's Don?
Yup, what's good, man?
Don, what's good, my boy? I'm happy you called up. Don, let's talk about it. You calling up about the Randall Cunningham and the Vic, Shadour Sanders, or you calling up about LeBron versus the Pistons?
I started with the Warren Moon, the Cunningham jump. I have to throw Warren Moon in there because, like, his stats didn't cross over from whatever he was playing at beforehand. Like, in Cunningham's stats, I think it was one of them stats didn't cross over, but they were balling in, like, the other league. It was, like, equivalents to, like, basically the WAC league for the NFL. But his shit didn't cross over because he got in the league late.
Facts. No, Warren Moon is one of them. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. There's guys like Warren Moon. Then it goes back to even where there's guys like, we could talk about Dominique Wilkins. We could talk about guys like Patrick Ewing. We could talk about these are the guys that got, you feel like he got washed up in the golden era. Warren Moon.
It wasn't his fault. Like, it was basically like, it was in that weird time period where they didn't let black quarterbacks in. And, like, they was just, like, they shitted on him for a long period of time. And then they was like, all right, I'll give you a chance. Then he came in the league, like started shitting on everybody. And, like, it was almost like how baseball players do the Negro leagues. Their stats didn't cross over. It was that shit.
I agree with you, Don Coop. Warren Moon is definitely one of them. So, LeBron.
Get to the Shedeur shit before we cross over to LeBron. this is like starting to get crazy. Like we're starting to like with even with the Shannon Sharpe case, like we're starting to see blatant, outright, just like, bro, everybody know this is fucked up. Everybody know this is a lie, and it's just happening. It's so weird.
D Willer, I'm gonna be with you in a second, D Willer. After this call, we definitely gonna get to you, D Willer. I like that talk. Shout out to D Willer.
Yo.
No, I agree with you. So D Willer in the chat, we gonna get to him. He says, clearly y'all just some old heads. The game players don't get worse, they elevate. Name one sport and it's players that get worse over time. Ain't none.
Like the game elevates like every 4 to 5 years. No bullshit. I give them that. And I'm not an old head. I'm 35. I just seen what I've seen. And these like players can play in the league, but like each generation can't play in the league. It's like the 80s and the 90s were like the toughest time period to play fucking basketball. The 70s was like, The 60s was like, The 50s, that's just when everything started. So how can we talk shit? But like the 2000s is when everything started come into focus. But no, it's not an old head thing. It's just a factual thing. Like, you see how hard they crying about the fouls they've been letting fly? That shit would have been flying in the 90s and 2000s. You would have been on the ground. So it's like, no. What we seen in the playoffs is just a little window of what the fouls used to be. And, like, they're crying, waiting for the calls to be called, doing the hand spin, telling them to review the play. Stop acting like bitches and play.
That's what I mean. I can't. Okay, she said, come on, OG. You said the Pistons would sweep him. That's wow. I don't know about sweep. D. Willer, I'll give you that. I don't know about sweep, but I do say LeBron and the Cavs or the Miami Heat, they are too soft. They the millennium. They too soft for that crew, D. Willer. I'm telling you. If the refs played the 80s and 90s rules and the way they let you hand check, let you play, come on, my nigga, you know this. Michael Jordan earned that 35 points a game, my nigga. That wasn't easy.
Everybody dropping 40 now because it's no hand check. Like, I can't even
That's
get
what I'm
their
saying.
face to do anything. And then next thing you know, boom, get a whistle. Boom, get another whistle. And all I did was hand check for just literally put my hand in the middle of your back just to let you know I'm there. Whistle. So it's like, if you're watching the playoff games now, there is no whistles being called. All the fouls being called are correct fouls, and they're not correct, but they're both being called the same on both sides. There's no, they didn't call it for that team, and they're complaining. This is what we're talking about. It's not an old head thing. It's just the rules got softer. So it looks like it's more advanced. But if I took Reggie Miller and put him in this time period, Steph Curry wouldn't be able to catch his threes. He would be like John Stockton of threes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm glad you said that, Don Coop. All right, if we put LeBron James in the Michael Jordan era, I got to say, I kind of want to say he's an average nigga, my dude. I don't even want to, I don't want to kill him like that, but I feel like Larry Johnson and all these strong players like him just bullying niggas trying to do that, you couldn't play like that because they let you play physical. Like Larry Johnson could probably do the same shit LeBron's doing right now. I ain't gonna hold you.
All right, in the beginning of LeBron's career, very physical player. Like, you look at it. But then he got adjusted to the NBA rules, and that's the reason why he started flopping and doing all this dramatic acting, because he knew he'd get the call. But beforehand, he was rough and tumble. That dude could play back then because he's a tough person.
Nah, D. Willer, you're right. Not average. It is diabolical average. But he would be just a regular nigga. He's not Jordan. He not Magic. Magic will bust LeBron ass.
I couldn't put, motherfuckers like that back then. Like, they were just too soft. Like, look at how Muggsy Bogues played.
All right, Don. How about this, Don? Magic or LeBron. Forget about the series. Magic Johnson or LeBron James.
Magic took more game clutch shots, and I would depend on him more than LeBron. LeBron was a little bit safer with the ball because he don't do any major actions. He's not an assassin. Magic, assassin.
Shout out to Louisiana in the building. DTP, what's goody?
When the time was precious. He'll pass it to you, but he also take the game with the shot. LeBron James has that huge. That's the reason why everybody criticizes him. He don't take the shot. Like, we see he's busting threes. We see he's doing all. He don't take the shot. He'll pass on the shot because he don't want the blame. Magic Johnson took the blame.
Bro, LeBron just did this shit last night. Why is LeBron taking the ball out yesterday?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, Magic Johnson over LeBron, because Magic Johnson was a better leader. He was accountable for his team. LeBron James, if you fuck up, you fucked up. I didn't make you fuck up. And, like, he's just too whiny. It's like, either do what you need to do. You're in LA. You're getting anybody you want sent to you. So you built the team, and you still crying about it. Anywhere he ever been, he cries, and he built the team. It's crazy.
That's what I'm trying to explain to niggas. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. LeBron James, you heard what you said? LeBron is building his team. These guys back in the 80s and 90s, like Steve Kerr wasn't like, yeah, Jordan would go and say, yeah, give me Steve Kerr. Give me this. Give me that. He made these niggas nice. Hold on, I think Don Coop, the battery died, y'all. I got to charge the phone line. Shout out to Don Coop, man. Damn, Don. Look, the battery died, man. It's all right. I'm going to let it charge for a minute. But look, Don Coop is speaking facts, y'all. Shout out to Don Coop. Nah, that's not you, Don. That was my battery. That was me, look. That was me, Don. That was me. Shout out to Don. Don was vibing. Don definitely cooked. Don definitely cooked. That's a fact. Yeah, but Don is right, though, man. LeBron James cries too much. And that's a fact. Yo, we're going to have to talk more sports on here, man. Definitely every day now that the playoffs is here because y'all like talking sports. You know, this is a sports platform. It's just that these niggas is always doing something. And we always on the topics of the rappers and the industry. But we're going to start talking definitely for the playoffs, 100%. All right, last thing before we get up out of here. I wanted to talk about Shannon Sharpe, of course. We can't go nowhere without talking about Shannon. Shannon, he got too much going on. It's nasty for him out there. Where's that? I had the smoke on Shannon. Let me see. Where did I put it in there? Let me see. Pause. I think this is it right here.
Has more control.
Here we go.
Dealing with the younger fellas anyway.
When I want to date younger women, what they say, Ocho? Right. Oh, I'm a creep. Oh, what they call that? What they call that when a man, like, I'm grooming. That's the term they use with me. Yeah. Grooming. Mm-hmm. When she talk about dating younger men, Joe, what they say? Go ahead, girl. That's what I'm.
Yo, Michael, tomorrow, the phone line died. Look, I'm trying to charge it. Tomorrow for sure, my dude. Subscribe, Michael. You a good dude, my dude. Subscribe to the channel, man. Pull up tomorrow. You a good dude. Shit, baby. It's crazy.
Talking about.
Yeah. I mean, it's different.
Why is it different?
Oh, I don't know. They see it different. They view it different.
When I show you guys this unedited clip of what Shannon Sharpe actually said, you guys are going to be even more leery and suspicious of him. Let's get into it.
Yeah, Patricia, it's straight nasty.
Video that you guys seen in the beginning, and it.
Patricia said the dude is almost approaching 60. Okay. I'm going to give y'all the age limit for a nigga like him, 57 approaching 60, right? Yo, there's some baddies out there that's 45 right now, my nigga. There's some bad ones. I could show you 10 baddies 45. Bad, white, do whatever she wants you to do to her. Bad ones. Baddies, single, all that. Kids grown in their 20s. And, yo, let me tell you, it's a good vibe when they that old sometimes. The kids tell the mother, your mom go get lit. You go to the kids put the battery in the mother lap. Yeah. That's no fact. You know what I mean? He bugging. He bugging. Cause look, This is the thing. There's some baddies that's 45, right? And then they have a daughter that's 22, and you looking at her, and the mother is right there, and the mother's the one? I don't get it. Why you want, why, I'd rather, when you get that age, give me the Gucci that made the Gucci. Why you want the little baby Gucci? I don't understand, my dude. Yeah. It's gonna get you locked up, and the mother got more experience. She gonna make you go crazy, Shannon. The mother gonna make you go crazy. Yeah. It's crazy.
Literally was like, Ocho Cinco was having a conversation, and then all of a sudden Shannon Sharpe pops up, and you hear the pop sound because it was a hard splice. And some people are all like, okay, what's missing there? Well, Tasha K has the unedited clip, so we're going to go ahead and watch it. But like I said, it's going to make you more leery and more suspicious of Shannon Sharpe.
Yo, D. Willer, you a funny dude. Yeah. D. Willer, good dude. He's an OG trolling. That's a fact.
And I think we need to have an honest conversation. And the conversation is being gay the worst thing ever? While we listen to this clip, go ahead and comment and answer that question in the comment section. Let's get to it, you guys.
Live, what do you have? And so basically he sent me a clip of Shadour Sharpe, I guess accidentally speaking on something that's subconsciously better than his head, and we'll talk about this in a minute. He was talking in reference to Michelle Obama interviewing Tracy Ellis about her, I guess, excuse for dating younger men and why she prefers to date them over older men. Michelle Obama had co-signed like, as if she knew. And I was like, well, what we talking about, Michelle? What is we talking about? Let's get into it, Michelle Obama.
I'm sorry. I agree with DT. It's crazy because 20 is legal. Don't get me wrong. But 20 ain't grown. 20, they still trying to learn how to clean it. 20, they shit stinking a little bit still, man. Yeah. I'm telling you. 20, they shit stinking a little bit still, man. He said 20 is grown? Nah, Mook. Mook, come on. 20 is grown? Yeah. No. 20, they are old enough to be piping. Don't get me wrong. But 20 is still a baby, my boy. I'm sorry. Yeah. Bill Belichick with a 20-year-old? He is? That's crazy. Yeah. You don't even mature until 25. That's what I'm trying to say, my boy. DTP, DT9, you right, man. 20 can buy a house, can get credit cards. Shall I keep going? Okay. D. Willer. No, you're right. They are grown. But what I'm saying is that, like, okay, D. Willer, do you have any children, D. Willer? I just want to know this. I just need to know this, D. Willer. You know? Because we just need to know this. Because D is facts. No, done. Okay, so D, do you have a daughter? Two girls. Okay. You got the best of both worlds. Shout out to D. Will. Let's roll them out, man. Shit, babe. Nah, 2 boys and 2 girls is a good lineup. Okay, so D. Willer, I got a girl and 2 boys. Shout out to the guys making them boys. You already know what the vibes is. So, 2 girls, 2 boys. Let's talk about this for a second, right, D. Willer? Now, you got a 20-year-old daughter, D. Will. You could be 44, 42. You still young. You still young. Shit, baby. I ain't gonna lie, I'm shooting at 5 with that 57-year-old nigga who trying to walk around with my 20-year-old, my nigga. Come on, D. Willer. We know that 20 is old enough. We know this. But don't nobody want to see no 20. Yo, 57 and 20? He done lived 2 life turns before her, my nigga. Shit, baby. He done surpassed 2 life turns before her 1. He did 2 dubs on her. Before anything. Before she even had hair on the coochie, he done did 2 dubs. Shit, baby. That's what I'm saying, my dude. He's nasty work for that, man. And like I said, so me and a friend of mine had an argument about this. So I said, why the hell would he want to smash a 22-year-old when they got all these bad 40-year-olds out here? This is why I asked my friend, right? So you know what he tell me? What you mean, why would he? It's this simple, Shay. It feels better. She's legal. That's why he did that. I said, no, it does not feel better. Yeah. If anything, yo, it's 2025. These little girls is piping. I'm trying to tell you, a 22-year-old shit is probably funky and no walls. Sex for these little young girls right now and these dudes is like playing video games. Yeah. It's nothing. Bruh, why are older ladies taking younger men and no problem and taking their money? It's a fact, Don. It's a fact. But look, you know, the tables have turned because nobody's saying anything about the girl with the dude that's on the Rockets, right? What's my man's name? Jalen Green. He's 23, 24. He got him an old freak. He got him a baddie. Yeah. But it's cool then now. He got a baby with it and everything, and everybody's happy-go-lucky. You know, I kind of think it's the same shit like Shannon Sharpe, but even though he's 13 years, you know, because the girl he's with is like 42, 43. You know, this nigga is 57 and she's 20. Okay, cool. But still. Yeah, right now, Cooper, it's no problem. I kind of think Shannon Sharpe should have no charges. You know, he should just be labeled a nasty person and maybe lose the endorsements. But I don't see what's the charges for, because they saying that when he was tying her down or some shit like that. I don't know. Because 22 years old, you know, like my man said, she can get credit cards. If the government wants her to pay taxes and go get things in her name and do things and pay pay taxes and could take out loans and shit, I guess so. He's right. She could get piped by Shannon Sharpe, I guess. Check my last comment. Hold on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, my boy. He said, bro, it's nasty. Yo, and that's just that, man. You know, like Shannon Sharpe, you know, if he, the only thing killing him, I'm telling y'all, if he does not have that voice recording, he might have a shot. That voice recording just straight killed him. Yo, when I see you, I'm going to string you. I got it right here. I'll play it for y'all after this.
Okay? I read it between the lines, but I ain't gonna go in on the first lady like that, you know? Maybe she's just wishing for some younger dick. I don't know. But Shannon had ended up commenting on that story, and as he was commenting, right? You may forget some things, but you don't slip up and say things like this.
When Unc said he want to date younger men, they killed me. What they said, what the women, what? Yeah, what I said, I want to date younger women. What I said? Oh, when I want to date, when I want to date younger women, what they say, Ocho? Right. Oh, I'm a creep. Oh, I'm what they call that? What they call that when a man like I'm grooming. That's the term they use with me. Yeah. Grooming.
So when I had watched this on Tasha K's channel, like it just seemed like he slipped up. I didn't even get like, oh, see, he slipped up and said, oh, younger men, oh, look at that. Like, honestly, I just felt like he just slipped up, and because he was talking about Tracy Ellis Ross dating younger men, and so he just slipped up and said younger men when he was referencing himself. And I think that's the way that most people would have took it, but you actually having your editor go in and edit that out makes it even more suspicious, because we knew, like, you clarified. You seen Ocho Cinco clarify, like, oh, you said man, but we got you. We knew what you meant. He clarified. So you actually had your editor take that out because you didn't want it to look a certain way, because you're so scared and so, you know, you got to prove your masculinity and your manhood because you worried about people calling you gay. When you should have been worried about messing with that 19-year-old, the OnlyFans model, paying her and doing race play, but you're concerned about people thinking that you get it. Let's continue, y'all.
We got him. One more time. Let's run it back. But what? Hold on. But what they say about when Unc say he want to date younger men, they killed me. What
so
they say?
I'm
What
trying
the
to tell y'all. You see, they just don't stop. They just don't stop with him, man. You know, who's this lady? I think that's Tasha K, right? I think that's her, right? Tasha K. You know what I mean? She's wild. Hold on, let me turn this down for a second. Yeah, I think that's Tasha K, man. You know, she's always out to kill people. He sounds like R. Kelly. We talking about this? Yeah, they got him sounding like R. Kelly, my nigga. They got Shannon Sharpe looking like R. Kelly out here, fam. That's crazy. I can't call him nasty. He didn't see him at all. Yeah, that's the facts. That's crazy. He sound like R. Kelly, man.
Yeah, what I'm saying, I want to date younger women. What I said. Oh, when I want to date, when I want to date younger women, what they say, Ocho? Oh, I'm a creep. Oh, I'm what they call that? What they call that when a man like?
This was so awkward.
She right about that.
Jasmine, have you ever slipped up as an LGBT, like a member of the LGBTQ, and said, you know, when I dated men and oops, women? Have you ever said that?
Never in my life, ma'am. No. Nope.
And I've never said, when I said I was dating women, everybody. So what happens, guys, when you form habits, and that's why I tell you, I started the show off with writing things down. I don't know why they have to do scientific research on this. I think it should be something that's automatically.
So the way Tasha is putting it, that it's subconsciously he said men because that's allegedly what he likes. I don't necessarily think that, like I explained to you guys. I believe because he was talking about Tracy Ellis Ross dating younger men. This is why he said it the other way around and then caught itself and was like, oh, what did I say? And had Chad Okocinco clear it up. But the fact that he had to he made his editor cut that out. This is what the problem is, because I'm like, wait a minute. Now you're going to cut that out like we didn't see it or we didn't listen. No matter if you go live and you private it, edit it, somebody has the original version of that live. Someone has it. And this is one of those cases where somebody was recording the original live and they caught it and then put it on the internet for us to see, because now you got to.
Yo, that's a fact. Yo, I can't lie. You telling no lies, D. Willer. That's the thing about YouTube. They just let anybody on there, man. That's a fact, man. They just let anybody on there, B. That's disgusting work. Yo, I gotta laugh, son. Yeah, he said, look at the dude telling the facts, though. We can't listen to him. It's crazy, man. I mean, bro, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. All right, man, we about to get up out of here. I just have one more thing I wanted to show y'all. I don't know if that's it. Let me see. Is this it? Nah. No, I'll show y'all tomorrow. All right, man, we up out of here, man. Good morning, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We had a good show today, man. I want to thank everybody for pulling up, man. We rocked out. Check out the reels. They'll be out today. I'll take Don Coop. You know, we'll have our discussion. That'll come out later on tonight. That was some good talk. And yeah, man, we're gonna be talking about Shadour Sanders, LeBron the whole week. Diddy, his case is starting. Good time to be around D. Willer, my boy. Stay safe. Good. Yo, good. D. Willer was a good pickup, y'all. Shout out to D. Willer. Let's roll him out, man. D. Willer was definitely a good pickup, man. 100%. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We rocking.